Hey everybody, welcome back to Pure SnowRunner. If you watched the last episode, we went and found all of the vehicle upgrades on this map. But if you want to find all of the upgrades for the vehicles that are on this map, we're going to have to do some running. So, no time like the present. Let's just get rolling. We'll walk through each one location wise. And we're going to make sure it's morning. Again, you can change the time. We'll start out in the morning. Let's go. We're going to Smithville Dam. That is our first location. Again, we're not going to disturb anything over there. We're not going to find anything. We're not doing any towers. We're not doing any of that stuff. Those are future episodes. All we're doing is going and getting upgrades for vehicles that are in this first map. Play it the way you want. If you don't want to find them yet, play that way. If you want to use modded vehicles, you do that way. But if you want to do it this way, you'll have all of the upgraded parts for those 3 vehicles right away. I'm not so much worried about the engines. I'm more worried about transmissions, so off-road, and raised suspensions, things like that. Going off-road, all-wheel, like diff lock and all-wheel drive and things like that, if it's available. Again, off the Smithville Dam. Again, quick. We'll be in and out. We'll never even know we were there. Hopefully we don't have to recover, because if we screw up anywhere on this journey that we're on, we have to recover all the way back to this garage, because we're not going to recover, we're not going to discover any of the other garages. And to be fair, there's only one. I can't. I don't want to spoil it. Off we go. But we do have the bigger tires. But we're going to have fun when we get to Alaska, because these are not snow tires. Alaska and Russia. We're going to be slip sliding. But again, I don't predict this episode being as long as the last one, but you can always skip ahead if you to when I find the upgrades, or play along as we go. And again, if you want to go and since you're in Smithville and you want to discover the garage, feel free. I will not be doing it that way. And I still have to avoid all of the hard areas because I did not repair any of these areas yet. Boy, oh boy, there's a tricky spot. I think we'll be alright. There's this tricky spot up here in order to get around this landslide, since we didn't repair any of it yet. Let's take the path. Let's go with the path. It's a little bit longer way around, but we're just going to roll on. Again, if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen the other parts, feel free to check those out. And if you'd like to subscribe, feel free. Doesn't cost anything, doesn't hurt. Watch out for branches on these pine trees. They like to reach out and grab the truck and stop you. It's like a hand, like Velcro. Since we're down here, we're going to grab this mission right away. And we're not discovering any vehicles. Not at the moment. There's a mission right here. So Details. I didn't want details. How about we just show the task and click on it? There we go. Now we can get out of here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Again, we're gonna, if you're new to this channel, I don't do any of the mods. So no modded vehicles. No multiplayer. Don't plan on doing any of that. Just straight up single player. I'm not playing no recovery. I'm not playing hardcore mode. Nothing like that. We are on the PS5, or I am on the PS5. And if you'd like to leave a comment or have a question, feel free to leave it in the comments. And I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I read every comment and I reply to every comment. Alright, so we're off to Smithville Dam. The very first one. The very first. So this is the new area. If you've seen any of the previous videos, you're going to see that I have not gone here. So if I hit my map, it is completely blacked out. No towers. Nothing's found. You know. And that's how I'm going to keep it. Well, you're going to see where I went, but... Alright, let's go. I'm going to get some fuel. So we got a few upgrades we got to find. It's one... We're going to get fuel first. Fuel first. Luckily, there's a fuel station right here. Okay. 3 of them in Michigan. So, again, we're not going to disturb any of that mission or any of the other things we have to do. We're not going to get any upgrades that we don't want to discover. Shove it into low gear. This is quite steep and you will tip over if you're not watching what you're doing. And again, if I have to recover, it's going to be all the way back to the beginning. So I have to be very careful. I should have actually gone a different way because this is treacherous. Treacherous. It's not a race. Keep that in mind. When you play the game, you play it any way you want, but I personally play where it's not a race. I'm just here to have fun. See, there's an upgrade there, but we're not going to grab that upgrade because that's just something. We're going to go past it because I have to get across the water. Break. Not going to discover it. Not going for it. Easy getting across here. All right. Again, I don't want to give you too much of the maps, so we're not going to be scouting around. Not hitting any towers. Nothing crazy like that. There are my headlights on. And as we go along, I'm not going to get this task either. But as we go along, I will be pointing out certain things, but. Again, this truck it's okay. I mean, it'd be better when I put snow tires on it. For sure. So we have 3 in Michigan, 1 in Alaska, and 1 in Russia. The Russia and Alaska maps are in the snow. So keep that in mind. Shove it into high gear, we'll bounce down the road. I believe that upgrade's right around this corner. Just going by memory, so bear with me, folks. Right up the top of this hill. See an upgrade. And I believe it is according to my notes, it should be engageable diff lock for the GMC 9500. Perfect. Now we can have diff lock on. Now we gotta try to turn around without tipping over. Alright, now we take the path. Less traveled here. I didn't have any cab supplies or anything either, so we may have to take advantage of some fuel things that are going to be around the map. Well, there's not always a fuel station. Sometimes there's fuel trailers that you can borrow some fuel from. Slide through here. I'm not going to look around, trying to stay focused on the road. It's not always about speed. It's not a race. I mean, I think once you get to Russia or Tennessee map, I guess, is set up for racing. And then the other map is farming, I guess. Alright, anyway, so we're not catching any towers. Just gonna mosey on. I may borrow some fuel from the random trailers that are around, but we'll see. I may not need it. I might be able to just get it with this, with the fuel that I have. Now, I'm not, in my opinion, I'm not cheating. Some people have different opinions. I mean, is it cheating? It's just having the right stuff that should have been available in the beginning of the game. At least all of it in Michigan. Not necessarily, why would you have to go? What if you didn't buy the DLC or whatever? So you couldn't go to Russia or you couldn't go to wherever. You know? Then you'd never get those parts. That's crazy. All right, Island Lake, Michigan. All right, so again, we're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to, not looking for upgrades or missions or anything. Just looking for the one upgrade that we need, and that's in this map. And truck along. The tricky ones, this Alaska is going to be kind of tricky to get to, and the Russian one is going to be a pain in the butt because this truck is not equipped with snow tires. Alaska, we can get away with it. I hope. He's saying all-terrain tires, but suspension. Just don't want to roll over, or you don't want to, because I have to recover all the way back to the first Michigan map if I mess up. So sometimes shifting in the low or low high, like I call it, will help you slow things down. And you use a little bit less fuel that way. But I got stuff to do, just like everybody else, you know? So it's easy on the throttle. Give it gas and let off. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. We got 30 liters of fuel left out of the original 80 that we started with. I don't know, guys and gals. Again, if you're new to the channel and you'd like to introduce yourself as a fan or a subscriber, to say hi, new sub, or hi, love your content. Everything's greatly appreciated. I don't take anything for granted. Okay, so I'm gonna go up this path. Don't worry about don't watch what I'm doing here. But if you're running the same loop, you're gonna want to do this anyway. We're just gonna go borrow some fuel. So you hit refuel, make sure your source is the one thing. That's it. We're not going to take it out of here. We're not going to do anything with it. We're just going to leave. We weren't here. We didn't see anything. I mean, I think I might have been alright, but I don't want to have to go all the way back just because I ran out of fuel, because I was stubborn. I'd rather have too much fuel than not enough fuel type thing, you know? We're not doing any towers, any finding any upgrades that are here, nothing like that. You're seeing it as it happens, though. I'm not editing out anything as far as the content goes. So if I crash and roll over and all that stuff, you're going to see all that stuff. I mean, I won't have it clipped out to shorten the video up. I want you to see how to get there exactly. When I get to the location, I'll pop the map up so you can see where I'm at. We came in from Smithville Dam through Black River to Smithville Dam on a path to the mountain, and then come across the path over to Island Lake, which is where we're at now. And trying to get this upgrade. I don't know how long it's going to take. The longest one I think is going to be Russia. Alaska's going to be a little bit time consuming, but the Russian map's going to be a tough one. See, you don't want to break your stuff. See, like my spring is already half broke. Look in the bottom left-hand corner. The suspension, that is. If I keep hitting these rocks or branches or whatever's in the road and it goes to where there's nothing, the truck will just drop down to the ground and that'll be it. Can't move. Alright, so you get to this pole and you're going to take a right. And you're right by there's a tower or a entrance, cave, tunnel to the next area. We're just going to go up this way. Or actually it's right here up into this area. You'll see. We're going to go there and come back. So we'll cut through here. Shift it into low high so we not going Mach 1 through the trees here. I mean, there is a path here. Faint as it is, but it's still a path. I'm just trying to remember where the next path is. I think it's up this way. We have to come back down here, so. There she blows. The white whale. Nope, this is not Moby Dick. It's SnowRunner. Uh-oh. No. Brakes. Steered into this, turn into the skid. Holy hell. Guess we're going to try to go down through the woods. They say anything can happen. Easy. Back up the path. I should have went a different way. We still got to go up this way yet. Not getting the tower. Not doing the tower. Alright, so now that we're here, we're going to bring up the map so you can see where... What did I do? Hit the tower? Oh, I hit the tower. Didn't mean to. I was wondering why it was showing me all that stuff. Anyway, so we came in on this side from Smithville, went around to the right, follow the path, take a right, and then along this path here, end up taking right before the tunnel. But we're going to backtrack now. We're going to go back down this way. I'm going to cut across to here. Hopefully I don't get stuck. And then we're going to go this way. We're going out that tunnel. But we're first going to get this upgrade. So this is the raised suspension for the C70 Kodiak. Yeah, we gotta turn this thing around. Did not mean to get that tower. I guess it doesn't really mean anything. So that when we do the towers on this map, who knows, maybe by that time we'll be doing it a little bit different. Might change things up. Oh. But there's still one less I gotta get. Alright. So now I'm taking a risk by going across this swamp to get to the because if I have no winch points, I'm screwed. I should have stuck to the path. It's against my better judgment here. This is terrible here. I just got to make it to that road. We have a winch point, so we can get to that part. Luckily. This is some mud, I'm telling you. We haven't even gotten to the snowy and icy area yet. Shove her down in the low. Now we're stuck in a branch. If you can get the tires where they're barely turning, she'll get some traction on you. And you can use the pole. Get close enough to use the pole. All right, let's go. All right, we made it. We're far from over, but we made it to that part. What you really want is mud tires, I'm telling you. Which you will get. All terrains are okay, but as you graduate leveling up and everything, you're going to want mud tires, and then you're going to want ice tires. So you want those tires. All terrains are okay, but this is some muddy area. Tires do make a difference. It's not just cosmetic. Oh, those tires look cool. No, you need off-road tires. I mean, these are off-road, but they're not mud tires. They're off-road tires. Well, we're almost done with the third upgrade. And we got 2 left. One in Alaska and one in Russia. So hopefully you have, I believe it was a DLC. I have the season pass, which then opens all that stuff up for the maps. At least up to this point anyway. I think the next upgrade is going to be, you're going to have to get another pass. But we're doing all right. All right, we are now in Drummond Island, the third map, or fourth, depending upon which way you look at it, in Michigan. We started in Black River, then we went to Smithville, and then we went to Island Lake, Now we are in Drummond Island. Oh man, I don't think we definitely would not have made it by fuel. Because look how much fuel we have left. We have 23 liters. I need to change that over to gallons, but all right. Try not to hit the button. Don't hit the button. Don't hit the button. All right. So this is a off-road transmission with Fleet Star, which is the first truck in the game, right next to the garage, the one that's sitting there yet, and then the CK or C70 and then GMC 9500. Now we can recover. Now it's going to take us all the way back to Black River, which is where it all started, where it's all accumulating. So now what we're going to do is retain the truck. In a global map, we're going to go to Alaska. So the R1 or L1. Hit Northport. We're going to hit the garage. You need to retain the vehicle in the garage so that you can use it when you get to Alaska. All right, so your truck storage, boom. And we already got all that stuff. Leave garage. All-wheel drive. So now we got to find our way over the hills and through the woods and through the ice to another map. Believe me, it is icy. It's not just cosmetic. The reason I'm going this way is because the road is blocked off down there. And you have to do a mission in order for it to unblock itself, which I'm not going to do. So we're just going to take the long way, keep it in low, and get under the pipe without doing too much damage. And then we're going to go along the pipe until we get to the road. If we don't spin a whole heck of a lot, we can make our way along the pipe. But we have winch points, luckily, at each one of these intersections. Again, these are all-terrain tires. They're not snow tires, so I'm interested in how it's going to be when I get to Russia. Because I don't believe I'm going to have all these winch points to get to the locations. And then you're asking yourself, is it worth it to go through all of that trouble to get an upgrade? Yes. Yes, it is. It'll make the rest of the game, or at least the beginnings, until you start upgrading trucks, it'll make the beginning easier for you. Should be coming up on my road. If you try to squeeze under in different locations, you won't make it. So going the way I did, that's your best bet, in my opinion. We've made it a long ways so far, so Let's see the road. We're almost there. Shove it into low high, that might help. Instead of low low or low medium. Alright, so now we're on the road. Again, not getting any upgrades, not looking at any towers, not fixing anything. There's a landslide here, but we can get around it. Obviously, once you get here, you're going to want to fix this as soon as you can, I guess. But since we're just cutting through, just passing through, we don't need to worry about it right now. Alright, I'm doing this, but I'm probably doing it wrong because I'm going to end up sliding into a guardrail and blowing a tire out yet. Turn the all-wheel drive off on ice. Not always the best idea. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oof. That got a little slicey and dicey. We do need to turn there, but we didn't need to go upside down. I mean, luckily we only had to recover back to that garage and have to go through all that snow again, which would have not been very fun. We're going to stop and get some fuel down here. Basically, this map is just like a go-between. We have to get through this one to get to the one we need to get. Hold it down if you want your fuel, and then go on. Mm-hmm. Get on the road. We're going to use all-wheel drive. I want to make sure we get there. Flooded river. I mean, these maps are beautiful, challenging. I mean, the game is just awesome, to be honest. It's one of my all-time favorite games ever. And I've been playing games for, some would say a long time. Not quite a fossil, but close. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't matter then. Okay, so we have an upgrade here. You know what? Just for game's sake, we're going to make it morning again. Even though it doesn't look like it's morning. Okay, so the bridge is out. So you got to go around. All-wheel drive would help. Again, we're in the snow, so this is a little bit trickier. Easy. I don't want to have to go. I do not want to have to go back. I'm going to shove this thing down into low, high. I do not want to go back to the beginning of this situation here. Oh, there we go. I would have crossed the river back there, but it's all mud and then it's a pain in the butt to get across with these tires. So anyway, as you can see, the bridge above me is out. That's a separate mission we'll get to eventually. It's the hard hat and the mission. So, yes, it will be a mission later on in the game for us to do. We'll get this upgrade and we'll vacate Alaska. And we're on to Russia. Mother Russia. See, this is like all glare ice. This is why I say you need to... You can't climb the hills with these all-terrain tires. It's too slippery. It's not just cosmetic ice, it's really slippery. We don't need fuel, we're almost to the upgrade, but and this thing has shift on the fly, so if you want to downshift, then you can shift low, high. I think in order to get it into high gear, you got to have a highway transmission. If I shift it there now, it'll mess up the transfer case. So you just want to stick with either automatic or low-high. Off-road transmissions are, in my opinion, are sweet in this game because it'll help you gear it down. Slows down the tire rotation so that you can get out of the areas so you don't get stuck. Yeah, we're not going to White River, so we don't need to go that way, but we are going this way. Oh. White Valley. This is Mountain River. As soon as we get to the location, I'll bring up the map again so you can see where I went. You're like, I lost. He turned this way, and I don't know where he went this way. I'm not here to confuse you. I'm here to help. Keep that in mind when you smash that like button. Alright, so now we got to cut through the trees here, because this is where our upgrade is, if we can get through the trees. Come on, Bessie, don't shift. Grab and go. Grab a gear. This is not meant for snow, these all-terrain tires. I'm telling you, Russia's going to be a real fun one. Hence the sarcasm. Okay, so here is where we came in from. Northport. We turned here because this bridge is out. You can go this way across the river and then back up the hill. You can. I went this way, around, down the river a little bit and up. So, I mean, you have two choices because the bridge is out. You can go either way. And then it's just up the path. Right before the gateway, the White Valley, turn right, and then the first right. Or left, sorry. Left and then the first right. That's it. I'll back it up so you can see it from the where we came in. It's just up this right side. You turn the camera any way you want, but that's how we came in. Okay. Get upgrade. Show truck list. So this is engageable all-wheel drive for the C70. Nice. Now we can recover out. Which will take us back to Northport, which is where we started. Now we're going to retain it, square. Global map, we're going to Kola Peninsula, Lake Covid, which is, ironically, was there when that first I don't know if it was released right around that time though. Weird, right? Truck storage. And since I only got one truck, off we go. So we're going to be going all the way across the map on this one. And I'm hoping we don't get stuck because I don't want it to come all the way back. See, this is the tricky part because this thing does not have snow tires. This isn't set up for it. I'm telling you. It's no. Pull, 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 pull. You get to the hard pack, it's not so bad, but that fluffy stuff will mess you up. Alright, so we're going to cut through here, hopefully, over this rock, down this stuff. And then we're going to go across this way. Be very careful. If you're doing this, be very careful of certain areas of the ice because you will break through. And that will ruin your day. It's not safe. Go around. Oh dear. And be careful on these little shards of ice because they'll mess up a tire real fast too, and suspension. So keeping it in low, high, or even low would be your best bet. The harder you hit it, the more damage it does to your suspension and all that stuff. So. Yeah, that's quite a. I didn't think it was going to be as long. We found every upgrade except for one now. All we got to do is get one more upgrade. Easy on the. Don't want to. We're sliding. We're sliding. It doesn't drive very well on the ice. Nothing does to be fair. We're having issues here. Yeah, we gotta haul ass across this spot. Yeah, we're gonna want to shift that into. You know what? Let's stay away from that. We'll come around this side of it. If you get too close to the middle of this part, you're going to go through. And I don't want to go through. I mean, you won't fall into the water, but you'll be stuck. You'll be screwed. We need to get to that side of the thing. Over there. I gotta watch how I get there because if you don't hit the right spots, you will be in deep doo-doo. Again, it's icy, so you hit the brakes and hope for the best. Mm. All right. Again, I will bring up the map once we get to the location. We need to haul ass across this ice enough to make it. Okay. If you take your time, you will fall through, and that'll be the end of your. It will ruin your day. It'll literally be like somebody peed in your Cheerios. See, like I say, no winch points. Oh, son of a bitch. Shift it up in the high. Low high. Go up this hill. Slow grind. Come on, Bessie. Let's get to the road, if you want to call it a road. Again, slippery, snowy. Be careful. You may not have a winch point to tip yourself back over, regardless as to whether this thing has an autonomous winch or not. I've done well so far, but I don't want to jinx myself by not tipping over at this point. I went off road that one time, but I didn't tip over, and I was able to recover from it. But the game is beautiful. Seriously. You could go in first person and check all that out. The details and everything of the interior. It's awesome. But it can turn around and bite you in the butt too, so be careful. I'll tell you that. Beautiful and deadly. If you want to try to go a different way, you're more than welcome to. But, boy oh boy. No matter which way you go, it's not going to be easy. Trying to run the shoreline. I don't want to break through. It's not deep, so you won't drown or whatever, but You can easily get stuck on logs and crap like that with the broken ice. Even with the scout vehicle. We're almost there though. We are. See, just like that. How quickly it changes. So we need to get to this mark right here, which we're right there. And then we go up, up, up to right here. Let me pull myself out of that hole. I use the Spider-Man thing a lot. I mean, as far as just shoot and hope for the best versus the manual way of doing it. On the PC version, you just click and grab it with the mouse. Very easy. But we're almost there. All we gotta do is make to the top of this hill, pretty much. Then we can travel back to Island. What is that? Black River. And continue on with our journey. We're actually gonna do a mission next week, or next video. Again, we're in the snowy area, so we really gotta be. This is not the best road. We have all-terrain tires, not snow tires. And you can kind of see where your road is. You kind of. You know? I mean, it's... You do what you can do. If you need to set the waypoints and stuff, or waypoints, go ahead. Nobody's going to judge you. I pretty much know the map by heart, so it's... This ain't my first rodeo when it comes to this kind of stuff. But, yeah, we're almost there. It doesn't make it any easier to get to these locations because I know how to get there. It's just the fact that the tires aren't the ones you need for this area. Alright, here we go. Hit the brakes. Bang! Half the engine. This is the engageable all-wheel drive for the GMC 9500. We can recover now. Retain. Global map. Back to Michigan. To the garage. We'll find it. There it is. Building. Garage. Just like that, we've completed all of the upgrades that we need for the vehicles that are in this. Other than like the highway transmission and stuff, which I'm not using anyway. So I've played all the way through the whole game and I've never had to use the highway transmission. Truck storage, boom, and the garage. So we're back here again, back to where we started out. It was like we never left, but we just unlocked a bunch of stuff. Stop the engine. So, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Be sure to smash that like button. Leave a comment if you have to, or would like to, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.